MK Ultra was the name of a CIA mind control program which was uncovered in 1975.
There was continued pressure put upon anybody within the agency in connection with trying to explain or understand brainwashing.
For over 2 decades, they conducted illegal experiments on unwitting human subjects, primarily from the US and Canada. It involved behavior modification under the influence of LSD and other hallucinogenics.
They would be given some medication, an agent that would not harm the person permanently, but would incapacitate them temporarily.
The CIA hoped to identify and develop drugs and procedures that could be used in interrogation situations. The experiments would often be in conjunction with torture techniques to break down the mind. Torture included electroshock, sensory deprivation, verbal and sexual abuse, which left many victims permanently traumatized and mentally disabled.
I lived through it, I lived through it, I lived through it.
John Lennon wasn't just a Beatle. He was a powerful counterculture hero. His anti-war songs, Give Peace a Chance and Happy Christmas, questioned the legitimacy of the Vietnam War and challenged the Nixon re-election campaign of 1972. It was only after his murder in 1980 was it revealed that the FBI spied on Lennon for an entire year.
When it first started, I was followed in the car, and my phone was tapped, and I think they wanted me to know to scare me, and I was scared, paranoid.
This surveillance operation led to an attempt to deport Lennon from the US in 1972.
What do you think your chances are of remaining in this country?
99-1.
Prohibition was introduced to the US in 1920 to control the country's alcohol consumption. When illegal bootlegging operations became a problem, the US government took more drastic measures. In the mid-20s, the government poisoned the country's illegal liquor supply by adding toxins, including highly lethal methanol.
So what the government then looked at was, can we do something to this alcohol that makes it much riskier to drink, and use that essentially as a chemical enforcement of prohibition.
It wasn't until medical examiner Charles Norris investigated the growing amount of deaths that the truth was revealed. By the end of Prohibition in 1933, the poison booze had killed over 10,000 Americans. In the 1950s and 60s in Canada, there was a campaign to eliminate homosexuality from the civil service.
What Jimmy didn't know was that Ralph was sick, a sickness of the mind. You see, Ralph was a homosexual.
Inventor Frank Robert Wake became pivotal to this when he developed the fruit machine. It aimed to weed out homosexuals by measuring the pupillary responses to visual stimuli. It was assumed that heterosexuals and homosexuals would react differently.
How many gay people do you know?
Why are you concerned about how many people? You know, I'm dedicated, I work hard at my job.
The fruit machine had innumerable variables that made it hardly scientifically accurate. Despite this, more than 400 people were expelled using this experiment, and 9,000 more were kept on a file of suspects.
I was an excellent soldier. I became homeless. I couldn't come back to Ontario. And then I found out the only way that my family will accept me is if I marry my old girlfriend. And we had a family. I was okay, but I'm gay.